Now, there's also some reasons, according to many, to be optimistic, whether the pandemic has shifted the way we think about society, the way we value healthcare and other social services, and whether this will create a new political understanding of the need to reduce inequality.
So where are we coming from in terms of inequality before the pandemic?
So when we talk about inequality, we often talk about inequality both between countries and within each of the countries. Between countries, inequality in the last few decades actually decreased because of the emergence of China and to a large extent India, which grew very significantly. But most of my work is within income inequalities. Here, the picture is actually more negative. We see that inequality has increased in many countries in the world, particularly in some of the largest, like in the US, where the income of the richest 1% increased from 10% in 1980 to 18% in last year.
What do you think will likely be the impact of the pandemic on inequality? And are we already starting to see some of these trends emerge?
So in the short run, we are still without a very clear picture, but the one that is emerging is that inequality between countries is increasing because parts of Europe and the US were able to do much more expansionary policies that allow them to have less problems economically than much of the global south. Within countries, inequality is actually increasing in many parts of the world for two reasons. One is that the poor, who normally have informal jobs, was hit by the lockdowns much more significantly than other groups, and also because the very rich are benefiting from very high stock market at the moment.
So what's next? How do you see inequality and the associated research agenda on inequality evolving in the future?
It will be a research that remains very multidisciplinary, exactly like our department. So we have research on sociology, on political science, on economics. Some of the things that I hope and think that we will see research on is, for example, the intersection between the economics and politics and the different characteristics of the economic elites that are driving inequality. Inequality is primarily a political phenomenon, according to a lot of research that is driven by a powerful economic and political elite. We also have a lot of research that will take place in the role of artificial intelligence and other technologies in affecting the amount of jobs that we have, and therefore in maybe creating and increasing inequality. And we are likely to see a lot of research on the links between inequality and climate, because we know that both of them reinforce each other. And now that we are worried about climate change, we should also be worried about inequality.